Hi, I'm Colin Ong. I'd like to discuss about the high cost of living in Singapore, and I'd like to try to give a kind of an economics outlook and to give the normal man in the street an idea to strategize, especially those people who feel that they go out and have a meal and prices seem to be going up. So let's talk about food, eating. One very, very quick barometer is coffee. Excuse me. Some places charge coffee at $1.40, $1.50. Now I live in Australia for many years, and I never remembered the price of coffee below $3, and that was many years ago. So if we say that coffee prices have gone up, then the next question is, are there substitutes to coffee? Why do we still drink, buy normal coffee at $1.40, $1.50 and complain? Are there substitutes? Alright. So one of the substitutes could be you go to a provision shop and you buy the sachet coffee and you invest in a flask, bring a sachet wherever you go to places that allow you to top up your flask with hot water, or like 7-Eleven, bring about 3 sachets, put in your bag, and then use the sachet. Don't order coffee. So ordering sachets is bringing coffee sachets that will be cheaper, right? So the question is not why is coffee prices so expensive, but why are we not buying substitutes? Because some of the coffee sachets are cheaper and taste better, actually, right? I mean, number one. Number two, we complain about food, maybe chicken rice, mee pok, and all that. Wow, now minimum is about $4. But if you ask the hawker, they will tell you that utilities have gone up, their rental has gone up, the raw materials have gone up. So they are just bringing the price to the customer. Now, if the customer doesn't want to support the high price of food, hawker food, then the hawker will just close down, right? So the very fact that the hawker is still surviving in terms of microeconomics, that means the hawker is successfully pushing the price to the customer. So why is the customer continuing to eat what they perceive is high price? Because there's no substitute. Maybe during lunchtime, they think it's embarrassing to eat cup noodles. It's very embarrassing. Maybe they want to discuss business, so they need a place where they can sit down to discuss, and you can't just sit down without ordering anything. So the cheapest is coffee. So maybe basically the concept of drinking coffee is to reserve a table. So if you are working in an office, why can't you have your meetings in the office? Why can't there be an area where people can bring their food and have discussion so that they don't have to go to Starbucks to eat? So the concept here is substitutes. Now, what about petrol prices in Singapore? Well, I have my own private car, and I ask myself, why do I need a car? Because it's the nature of my job, and I try to make sure that my family members, I try to shuttle them as much as I can. But if I'm the only one needing my car and I'm not into sales, why do I need a car? Singapore has one of the world's best transportation systems. What about medication? Do we always need to go to a clinic? Sometimes we do to get a medical certificate, MC. But sometimes when you can self-medicate, or you go TCM, you don't need to go to a clinic, right? Okay, you can just go to Watson's and get some off-the-counter drugs. So I feel that in any country in the world, when you want to talk about cost of living, you have to start with lifestyle. You need to start with substitute, and you need to start with knowledge and awareness. The government must tell people about the alternatives of certain things that we do. And only when we have alternatives and we still do it, then we just have to accept it and we have to readjust our budget, or we get a better job. So it's a form of mathematics and self-awareness. And I personally feel that despite the fact that people have said Singapore cost of living is very high, Singapore is really value for money with our world-class infrastructure, job opportunities, the strength of Sing dollar, and the way things are built up, and with the safety and all that, right? Correct. And it's very convenient and it's very efficient. In the long run, it's not so bad living in Singapore. So this message is for those people who are considering coming to Singapore to work, to study, come and see that despite the fact that many people say that Singapore cost of living is very high, but when you actually do your mathematics and you take into account efficiency, right, correct, Singapore is really worth it. Yeah. If you need more advice about your studies, about setting up business in Singapore, please contact me, Colin Ong, TS at hotmail.com, COLINONGTS at hotmail.com.